Welcome to TLK's S&A's fourth podcast of the 2021 to 2022 school year. My name is Hannah, and I'm joined today with a few S&A members and some special guests. Before we get into it, why don't we all introduce ourselves? I'll start. Hi, my name is Hannah. I go by she, her. I am a grade 10 leadership student, and my favorite subject is drama.
Hey everyone, I'm Jaden. I go by she, her pronouns, and I'm a mainstream grade 10 student. My favorite subject would have to be English, French, or history, but I'm excited to take law and food and culture next year.
Hi, my name is Kyle, and I go by any pronouns. I'm a grade 9 GDM student, and my favorite subject is probably tech.
Hi, my name is Eric. My pronouns are he, and I'm in grade 12. In this program, my favorite subject is going to physical and health education class.
All right, and hi everybody, I'm Miss Breitner, and I'm a teacher in the district program. My pronouns are she and her, and my favorite subject to teach is life skills.
Thanks for that, everyone. As far as TLK updates go, the grade 9 leadership class recently ran a fantastic Pink Day, where students could paint their pinky, get a bracelet, write positive comments on our TLK Pink Day board, and more. Great job, grade 9s. For today's podcast, we will dive into the life of DP students here at TLK, along with a teacher's perspective and advice on how mainstream students can support students on the spectrum. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to pass this off to Jaden, who will be leading our daily segment.
So, to start off, oftentimes autism is associated with solely negative connotations in our world, but most of the time, that's not the case. In fact, autism tends to make those diagnosed specifically in tune with certain capabilities, including cognitive thinking and various other mentally strenuous talents, and allows them to be hyper-aware of their everyday experiences. But why simply speak from a lack of experience when we can ask some students and someone very close to them themselves? So, moving into that, first off, we would like to ask a question to both Ms. Breitner and the students, and that is, what's one thing that you would like students at TLK to know about students on the autism spectrum?
The biggest thing that we want everybody to know is that we're all awesome, but we're all different. And that's honestly the biggest thing. We all have amazing capabilities, but we all are very similar, but all very different. And we need to be treated individually. Yeah.
Which at the end of the day is how you should treat anyone.
Exactly. That's exactly it, right? Everybody brings wonderful things to the table. And that's the thing. You pull out everybody's different strengths and their different abilities, and it's perfect.
So following up with that, Eric, we were wondering what your favorite opportunity this year has been. So like what field trip or event or activity did you really like to do as part of the district program?
Oh, I like Ripley's Aquarium.
Oh,
Ripley's Aquarium? I love Ripley's
That's
Aquarium.
really cool.
I've been there a few times.
It's so
The
cool.
moving sidewalk's awesome.
Yeah, we
Yes.
haven't been able to go there personally this year with DP. We have in the past, which has been a very amazing trip, but we do love going virtually. So having a look on the computer, right, and traveling through that way is a very fun activity.
What
That's
would you
awesome.
say your favorite part of Ripley's Aquarium is?
I like the sharks.
Sharks.
Ooh, sharks.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
The sharks are always awesome.
So circling back to what Ms. Breitner was saying earlier, this is a question just for you. Thinking about all the students that you've dedicated your time to working with, are there any specific personalities that have really stuck with you?
Honestly, every single one. Everybody has their own personality, their own amazing little quirk that goes with them. Yeah, there's so many that I could talk about, but I'm not allowed to on air. But honestly, everybody is absolutely amazing. And that's the thing, like when you come down to the district program and you start to see our students, you understand that every single one is a character, is a personality. And that's just like every single one of us, right? So it's super fun, super fun.
Circling back to the stigma associated with autism, what are some stereotypes of autistic children and adults that you would like to clear up right here and now?
That's a good question. The biggest one that I think that we should clear up is honestly how our friends with autism, they don't know how to feel or they don't know how to express their feelings. In every situation, it's very different because, again, it is a spectrum. We go from one end to the other. However, every single student, every single person with autism, they all feel in their own way or the other. They might not be able to express themselves verbally to you. They might use some gestures, right? They might take you over, take your hand, put their face to your face to express that love towards you there. It might not even be something like that. It might even be something tangible where they'll give you a piece of paper or something that they've drawn or something that they've held tight to them that they'd like to share with you. So to take away the stigma of thinking that our friends with autism do not know how to express their feelings or to feel in general, to take that away would be wonderful, because boy, do they feel, and they feel in their own way.
Yeah, that's the same for people, like most people in the whole world.
Yeah.
We all feel in different ways. We all express ourselves in different ways. I don't know who created the love languages, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But those were created for a reason. And it's the reason that everybody loves in different ways and expresses that in different ways. And people receive it in different ways.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. People do understand. And it's all just
A part of
a
life.
part of life.
Yeah.
It's what happens.
Yeah.
Exactly. It comes back down to our communication, right? And how we're able to do that. So the fact that we all do it in different ways is exactly it. And understanding that too, right? And accepting it.
Yes.
Exactly, Jaden.
Yeah,
That's exactly it, is knowing that one person is going to express their feelings for you in one way, and then another person is going to completely do it in a completely other, right? It's understanding each individual person.
So moving on from that to a bit of a lighter question, what are some ways students at TLK can help support students on the spectrum? I know we've talked about treating everyone individually and uniquely. Are there any other ways you can think of?
Yeah, love, respect, kindness, right? You want to sprinkle that everywhere. But the biggest thing is, like, when you see everybody in the hallway, say hi, right? Sometimes you might not have somebody respond back to you because we're nonverbal, but definitely smiles and waves go a long way.
So just don't be awkward.
Yeah, 100%. Don't be awkward at all. And that's the thing. Like, you're also going to see a bunch of our students come down the hallway making some fun noises, because that's what they do. Or they're going to be walking down the hall and go to a specific spot because that's where they like to be in the school. So that's the thing. When everybody's out and about, just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings so that you know who's around you. But then at the same time, too, put that smile on, right? And even if you have a mask on your face, when we smile, our eyes go up. So our students, they look at our eyes. So they're able to see our facial expressions. It's a really, really big thing, is facial and body language.
So even just a wave can make all the difference.
Definitely.
Lastly but not least, we wanted to talk about Best Buddies. So could you give us a better idea of what Best Buddies encapsulates on a regular basis? Like, other than hang out with fun people, of course.
Yeah, that definitely is it. We always have a good time down in Best Buddies. But Best Buddies is actually a worldwide organization that happens exactly that across the world. So we are a TL Kennedy chapter in Best Buddies. But what happens basically there is we are building friendships, building inclusion. Just knowing that our friends coming down, when we hang out, we are in a safe space to know that everybody is happy and everybody is cared for.
What are some things that you do in Best Buddies? Do you just sit around and talk to each other? Do you play games? Do you go outside and go for walks?
All of the above. Honestly, a big thing is building that friendship between our buddies and our peer friends, and building those communication skills, however that may be for that person, right? We've got some students in here who are learning how to speak and who need to have those conversations with our friends. Then again, we've got some other friends in here who are completely nonverbal, right? So when we're hanging out, we are learning to be in a group setting together, have lots of fun. Definitely games happen. But we like to incorporate a lot of life skills into our Best Buddies as well. So sometimes we'll be having, as much as we always like having food when we are here, but that's it. It's teaching our kiddos those things as well, right? So we're learning how to make things. We're learning how to wait, right? We're learning how to share, kind of all those fun things all associated into a really fun time.
So basically just a whole lot of bonding.
Yes, exactly.
I love Best Buddies so much too because it's such a walk-in thing. It's not. People, I think, are scared of joining sometimes clubs because of commitment, especially around exam times and stuff like that. But it's important for people to know, we have 10 kids come and then we have 2 of us here. It's completely walk-in, no commitment. You come just to hang out with friends. It's like what you would do with anyone at lunch, how you change your groups and whatever. It's like that, and it's really cool.
And then sometimes you just need that sort of break from focusing on exams and come down to Best Buddies and say hi and talk and play and distract yourself just for a little bit of time so that you can, reset.
Sometimes you also need to change with people, and that's fine too.
People will come in for like 5 minutes just to say hi, and then we have people coming for the whole lunch period. Like, you can eat here and everything. Like, it's really cool, and that's what makes Best Buddies so awesome.
I think that concludes today's podcast. A massive thank you to Miss Breitner and VP students featured in today's episode. Getting an inside perspective on the lives of students on the autism spectrum and the people who help and care about them has been a great opportunity. And I think for me, it was really interesting to hear about a little bit more about Best Buddies, because I've never actually been to a Best Buddies meeting, but then I went to record this podcast, and I think I'm gonna come more often because this was really fun. Yeah, I think that was probably the most interesting thing for me to hear about. But everything that was said was very interesting and very informative and helpful. So we hope that everyone learned something today, and we hope that everyone enjoyed our podcast. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.